Welcome to the first part of Lesson 2, and our discussion will focus on connecting and communicating online. And we should be guided with the following objectives. And at the end of this lesson, you should be able to discuss the evolution of internet. You should be able also to describe the various broadband internet connection, and you should also be able to describe the purpose of an IP address and its relationship to a domain name. You should also be able to describe the features of a browser and identify the components of a web address. And the fifth one is you should be able to describe the ways to compose an effective search. You should also be able to explain the benefit and risk of using online social networks and be able to describe the uses of various types of websites. And you should be able to explain how a web uses graphics, animation, audio, video, and virtual reality. You should also be able to explain how email, mailing list, internet messaging, chat rooms, online discussions, VoIP or voice over IP, and how a file transfer protocol works. And lastly, you should be able to identify the rules of netiquette or net etiquette. Okay? And as mentioned, one of the major reasons why businesses or business, home, and other users purchase a computer and other mobile device is, of course, for internet access. Each of the network on the internet provides resources that add to the abundance of goods, services, and information, and those are accessible via the internet. And today, billions of home and business users around the world access a variety of services on the internet, of course, using computers and mobile devices. Example of which are, of course, surfing the web, doing instant messaging, doing a video communication or video conferencing, and of course, these are just some of a more widely used internet services. Other internet services includes, of course, the use of chat rooms, discussion forums, and of course, file transfer, or most commonly known as downloading. Okay. Furthermore, internet has its roots in a network or networking project started by the Pentagon Advanced Research Project Agency, or most commonly known as ARPA. And this is an attached agency of the Department of Defense of the US sometime in the late 60s. And the goal of this research agency is, number one, to allow scientists at different physical locations to share information, and of course to work together on the military and scientific project. And second is, of course, they could function even if part of the network are disabled or destroyed by a disaster such as a nuclear attack. And that network is called ARPANET. This became functional sometime in September of 1969, and it links scientific and academic researches across the United States. And originally, ARPANET consists of 4 main computers, and these are located somewhere in the University of California and somewhere in LA, as well as University of California in Santa Barbara. The other one is located somewhere in the Stanford Research Institute, and the other one is somewhere in the University of Utah. Each of these computers serve as a host on the network. And a host, or most commonly known today as a server, this is a type of computer that provides services and connection to the other computers that are within the network. When we say host, this is often used high-speed communications or high-speed communication to transfer data and messages over the network. And sometime in 1984, ARPANET had more than 1,000 individual computers that are linked as a host. And today, it's like millions of hosts are connected in this network, which is now called the Internet. Okay? And of course, people around the world use the Internet in their daily activities, such as through access of information or sending and posting messages. Also, there is this using with other forms of we call conversing from computers to other devices or other mobile devices. And of course, when we speak of Internet, basically this consists of many local, regional, national, and international network. And both public and private organizations own networks on the Internet. And these networks, along with phone companies, cable and satellite companies, and other government, all contribute towards the internal structure of the Internet. And speaking of Internet, we also need to consider connections, wherein we can say that user can connect their computers and mobile devices to the Internet through wired or wireless technology. And access to this comes with a fee, or sometimes it's free. Okay, for wireless connection, many of mobile computer or devices include the necessary built-in technology, so they can transmit data and other items wirelessly. Wherein we would say computers without this capability can use wireless modem and other communication device or devices that enables wireless connectivity. Wireless modem, for example, uses a wireless communication technology such as your cellular radio, satellite, or Wi-Fi, or most commonly known as wireless fidelity, to connect to the Internet. Okay, this illustration shows an example of a modem, and the wireless modem shows in the figure is known as a dongle. Okay, which is a very small device that connects to a computer and enables additional function when it is attached. Okay, so today users often connect to the internet via a broadband or internet services because of its fast data transfer, as well as the speed, and it is always connected 24/7, so to speak. Okay, through a broadband internet service or services, user can of course download very quickly, play online games, communicate in a real time with others, and many more. Okay, so as far as connecting to the internet, what is being shown here are an example of wire and wireless means. And when we say cable services or service, of course, this still provides a high-speed internet access through cable televisions, of course, via network or via a cable modem. Another one is what we call a DSL or digital subscribers line. This also provides a high-speed internet connections through the telephone networks via a DSL modem. Another one is a fiber to premises or FTTP, wherein it uses a fiber optic cable that of course provide a high-speed internet access wirelessly or via wireless modem. Okay, and the other one is of course your wireless fidelity or Wi-Fi, okay, wherein it uses radio signal to provide a high-speed internet connections to computers and other devices, of course, with a built-in Wi-Fi capability or a communication device that enables Wi-Fi connectivity. And of course, your mobile broadband offers the high-speed internet connectivity also. This time, it's of course over a cellular radio network, of course, to computers and other devices with a built-in compatible technology such as your 3G, 4G, or 5G, or a wireless modem or other communication device. Okay, we also have your fixed wireless. This is also, or this provides also a high-speed internet connection using your dish-shaped antenna. Oh, of course, you always see this in or on top of the building, or on top of the house, or on top of a business establishment. Of course, to communicate with a tower location or located via radio signal. We also have the last one, which is your satellite internet that also provides high-speed internet connection via satellite to a satellite dish that communicates via satellite modem. Okay? Now, the next thing here is what we recall as a hotspot, wherein it is a wireless network that provides internet connections to mobile computers and devices. And many public locations such as shopping mall, coffee shop, restaurant, schools, airport, hotels, and other city parks have a Wi-Fi hotspot. Although when we say hotspot, most of hotspot enable unrestricted or open access. And sometimes this requires users to agree on terms or services. And sometimes you need to obtain a password or to perform some actions in order for you to connect to the internet. And of course, in or at home, or a small business user can share and provide wireless internet connection by creating their own Wi-Fi hotspot, of course, through a communication device at home or in that business. Of course, that should be connected to a broadband internet service or service provider. Okay, our internet service provider, sometimes called an internet access provider, where it is often charged a fixed amount of an internet connection, also offers the customer a variety of plan based on desired speed, bandwidth, and other services. And in addition to this internet access, our ISP may include additional services such as email and online storage. It was mentioned previously that bandwidth represents the amount of data that travels over the network or over a network. Okay, the higher bandwidth means more data transmission. And when you say data size, these are typically stated in terms of megabytes and gigabytes. Okay, when we say megabytes, it is equal to or approximately 1 million characters. And when we say gigabyte, that is equally or approximately 1 billion characters. Okay? And in this figure, it shows how a homeowner or home user requests for eBay's webpage. And in here, computers and other devices which are connected to the internet usually work together to transfer data and travel around the world by simply using servers and the various wired and wireless transmission media. Okay, so this illustration where your computer serves as a client that can access data and services on a variety of servers. Okay. The inner structure of an internet works much like a transportation system. Just like in the expressway or highways that connects the major cities and carry the bulk of automotive traffic across the country. And it's where your several main transmission media carries the heaviest amount of traffic. And usually these major carriers of network traffic are also known collectively as the internet backbone.